Hi everyone, this is just a video of me installing a set of Timbrens, the front boosters, in a 2006 Chevy Silverado 1500. It's just the basic half ton, as you can see from the 6 lugs. This is a before measurement. As you'll see here, took before and after measurements just to see how much the sag was. As you can see here, it's 34 inches with the plow down before we install them, and then I'll go ahead and go through the process of installing them, which is pretty simple and straightforward. Through this video you'll see how easy it is, as well as how they come packaged. Here I'm putting up the plow and taking another measurement with the plow up as a starting point, and trying to remember what the number was here. I believe it was 33 and a half, 33 and an eighth with the plow up. So that's the measurement before. As you can see, it dropped inch and a half or so with the plow up, which is pretty substantial. As you can see here, we kind of pull back and get a look at how it looks with the plow up. It's got a pretty good amount of sag. This is the box that they come in the driveway. I just installed them. I mean, the whole process took under an hour. Pretty simple. Basically, it just explains what they do on the box. They can be had online for around $200. You can find them, you know, Amazon, wherever, plus or minus depending on where you buy them. They do last a long time. I've had these before. They work out really well. Definitely help with having the plow hanging off the front. As you can see, they're just a piece of rubber with a metal wedge in it that kind of angles it so it hits the control arm just right without popping them out. And they're a little bit taller, as you'll see also later in the video. I compare the two different heights. So basically allows added stability on the suspension system for that extra plow weight. That's basically what they're for. Or I guess anything else. You can also get them for the rear. Right now I just have them in the front, or just putting them in the front so far, I should say. And I'll just go ahead and let you watch the process, and from here I'll chime in a couple of times and do a little bit of what's going on. So I'm going to disconnect the plow, get it jacked up, and go from there. Some of the stuff is sped up, so you don't have to sit here and watch in real time, and you can kind of watch the process. Alright, so here I cut the wheel to one side just to get a little better access, and I'll pick up the camera and give you a close-up of what I'm working with. Sorry if it's a little dark under there. I think I added a light on the other side when we get to it. This is the before. Basically all that needs to be done is to pull out that existing bump stop that's there. Just kind of it's wedged in there and it just pops out. I go ahead and remove that with a screwdriver. The second one, I think I use a pair of pliers, which actually makes it a little easier. Go ahead and pull that out. I just kind of knock off some of the rust and stuff that's up underneath there, and spray it with some fluid film, which is like a penetrating oil / protectant, which is used for a bunch of stuff. It's really good if you've ever used it. And I first just show you the old one there, and then we go ahead and jack it up. You do have to remove, or at least I did, I had to remove the bottom shock bolt just to be able to lift the truck up and lower the control arm to have enough room to slip the new rubber Timbren in, just to have enough space. And as you'll see in this process, I'd go ahead and do that. Just a matter of wedging it in. This is where I spray it down, wedge it in, and then and lower it back down and reconnect the shock. Pretty much nothing to it, so I'll let you watch the process here. just about finishing up here. Just kind of putting the shock bolt back in. Quick note, make sure you use a jack stand. I used a jack stand on both sides. You can't see, it was to the right of where I'm standing here, just supporting the frame. You might have noticed it or seen it throughout the video, just in case it falls, so you don't just rely on just the jack. So this is the finished look. We go ahead and jack up the other side now and repeat the process over there. The other side goes a little quicker just because you kind of learn the easiest way to do everything at that point. This is the first time I've put them on this particular truck, so I just kind of moving all the tools over, and there you can see the jack stand there that I'm using to go ahead and support the truck just in case the jack was to let go. Anytime you're jacking up or getting underneath the vehicle, you should do that. Here is the before and after. On the right hand side is the before, obviously, and the left is the after. You can see the difference. It's about it's a 2 or 3 inch difference in height. And it also angles a little bit, which makes all the world of a difference. As you'll see in the end, it made a huge difference. So we'll go ahead and finish up this one side, and be back with you in a minute. Alright, that side's completed as well. Kind of just putting the tools away now, let the truck down, and we're going to go ahead and hook the plow up and see what the gains were. So here's kind of a quick little tutorial, so to speak, for people with new plows. I've seen a lot of videos online of people saying a minute mount plow doesn't take a minute to attach. Well, it does. Once you know what you're doing, it's pretty simple. As you'll see, kind of put a couple of markers in here so you know when to start counting and when to finish. It literally was a minute, and that's not hurrying, not doing anything crazy. You know, as long as you can line up pretty good when you first go in. I had to get in and out a couple of times, like cut. But this is where you pretty much start the process here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move in around here. And as you can see, just a couple of movements here and attach a few cables, and we'll finish it up. And we'll go ahead and insert another marker when it's complete and ready to drive off. And as you'll see, it's pretty much exactly a minute when they say minute mount. And that also includes walking to the other side of the plow. If I had my connectors routed on the same side where the handle is. It could even shave probably 15, 20, 30 seconds, or if you tried to rush and really wanted to do it quickly, you definitely could. So you'll see the finish marker soon, and then we'll drive off and go ahead and get some measurements. Alright, and here's our finished product. This is with the plow down. You can see already that the front is pretty much level with the rear now. Made a huge difference with the plow down, as well as you'll see with the plow up. For $200 or under $200, huge difference, and pretty simple to do. Definitely recommend it if you're going to put a snowplow on. So here's the after measurement. As you can see, we're pretty much gained an inch or so with the plow down from where it was, just without the weight of the plow. Then we add the plow, and I believe it's about 1.5 inches or so that we've gained in height. Basically with the plow on, we're at the same height we were without the plow in general, almost. Only 1/4 inch difference from when we started. So definitely something you should consider, and they make them for all makes and models, I'm pretty sure. And you might want to get a set. Have a good one. Thanks, guys.